Here we are back with part 3 of Garp's Marine Battleship by LEGO One Piece. This is set number 75646, contains 1,705 pieces, retails for $179.99, and the set was provided by the LEGO Group for review. Thank you, LEGO. And yeah, well, that's what we've done so far. And what you see there is, well, this is bag 2. Bag 1 contains all the other stuff that I have in a box. And yeah, so far this is just an average built set. Stickers are just mild. It's just an average built model. Haven't experienced anything falling off. It's got detail to it, but I'm still not interested in this. So in today's installment, we're going to be focusing on bags 5 and 6, and today is the 15th of August 2026. It's a Saturday. And yeah, so this is what we have left for stickers. Not too bad. I mean, I could survive that. But before we can begin, these videos are not to be considered as professional product reviews, how-tos, or tutorials. This is just merely my notes for the final write-up. Content in this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not my job. This is something I just do for fun. Don't re-upload my content. That's not fair. Just don't do that. It's going to be here for everybody. And there was something else that I forgot to mention, but the disclaimers sometimes after a while kind of break my train of thought. That's the downside of doing these, but I have to read off the legal stuff. And let's get going with bag 5. Let's build it. So it begins. Oh yeah, and the last thing is the wording in these videos is mine and mine alone. So LEGO doesn't pay me to say anything. These are just my opinions on the build. It might be a good build, it might be a bad build. And we have this person here we gotta have to build. Where's the box at? Everything in here's got a name to it, so I have to do it. At least they're in order. So we have Usopp, U-S-O-P-P. I miss the days when LEGO sets did not have named minifigures. They were just your raw, run-of-the-mill stuff that was just, here's just generic minifigures, have fun, kids. Most of every set that I get now is all named stuff. But over the week, or the time that I had departed from filming, I got another set offer, and this is a set that I just cannot refuse. So I'm going to accept it. I saw in my inbox, I thought, oh no. I'm already got enough sets, so when I saw what it was, I thought I can't pass this one up. This would make great building installment series. I thought, okay, so it'll be in a few installments. But while we're waiting, we got the double heads. I can always work on the other sets. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to work on this set today, but it's here. I gotta do it. So we got Bandana Kid, huh? Oh, I forgot to put his satchel on. I think I need to put that on before his wig. Yeah. I think I have to take the head off too. I mean, we could spend 20 minutes on a minifigure. I could be like the other guys doing that too, but I just want to hurry. I want to hurry up and get this one done. I got tutorials I want to build. I've been hot. I got a bunch of tutorials filmed today. So on my memberships, you're going to see a lot of stuff for next year. I got one more to complete for this year. But you're going to see a lot for next year. Because usually around August, I wrap up this year's stuff just so I can proceed on with next year's content. So I kind of like morph over. And we got ourselves a little spyglass here. So he's going to have the spyglass with his purse. Oh, he's got the dreads of the, yeah, it would be dreads or braids. I mean, not a bad minifigure. And what's his name again? may get out of focus here. Usopp. Usopp. You need soap to wash. So that's it for him. Okay, while Usopp is supervising, we got to get back to the boat here. So yeah, I've been filming a lot of tutorials. You're going to need 3 of these in black for a tutorial that I'm working on next year. So we're going to be building mirrors of something now. Most of the ship's going to be mirrored. Yeah, I saw this across the room and I thought, I don't want to work on it because I want to do tutorials. No, I got to do something I don't want to do. Putting together sets you don't want to do is like a chore. You should not feel like that about a set. That tells you I'm not interested in a theme. And I had a question asked, well, Jay, you know, you should be happy, you know, you should be thankful. And it's something you're not really wanting to build. It's like, how do I look past it? This is not something I'm just like, oh boy, I can't wait to build Garp's battleship. If it was a pirate ship, maybe, but yeah. And then this goes right here. And then this one goes on this side here. You don't have to do mirrors like I do. Okay. So that wraps up 74 and 75. Yeah, I'm editing a video right now. It's taken about 10 hours to render. Like, it's not a tutorial, unfortunately, it's a review. A review and build installment. It's a friend set, and I kind of regretted not breaking the set down into smaller portions. So, yeah, I got to do the boring stuff today. So, if you're one of my friends watching this, yeah, no VTuber model today. I'm sorry, I got to deal with set reviews first. There's a lot of stuff going on here in step 77. Oh, I thought those fit up against there. Yeah. Because I know some of you said, Jay, you don't sound excited on this. No. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... Yeah. But at least I got some tutorials for you folks to build here for next year. Next year I've already got 5 tutorials done. Well, they're filmed. One of them's done, it's already on memberships. The other ones I'm still working on. If I didn't have to do set reviews, I'd be cranking them out. But I can't. And we need 1 jumper plate in the middle. Alright. And we gotta make 2 of these here. So it's like we're working on the ship's bow. Yeah, I was reading a little bit on the getting a mask and stuff made for Jay the Surfer. Be kind of cool. And now I see why some of you in the Kigurumi hobby keep that a secret, because boy, I got kind of grief on that. And I just thought, really? Just for making a mascot of my YouTube channel? I haven't started yet. I've been talking about it. I guess talking about it means my mind is made up, and it was just like getting poked and teased at for something. I just thought, guys, it's supposed to be for fun. And we're talking about my bunch here. And it's just like, basically it's a hobby, a performing arts hobby with a real adult price tags attached to things. Especially when an outfit can cost you a few $1,000s, it gets to be a whole, we're talking about the whole setup. Yeah, it could get pretty brutal. And I haven't started anything yet. But yeah. And I have to go check on my videos. I'll be right back. Okay, now it looks like we're on step 80 and we're starting to work on the sides. There's going to be a mirror here. Everything's mirrored at this point. I'm not too worried about it. So we're going to mirror. So it's going quick. I'm just going to do 2 bags per installment. I want to keep these rather small. So if it's only 20 minutes, well, we're already at 10 minutes. I think each bag's going to take about 20 minutes to do. It depends. Usually the first bag is the longest because I got to do intros and disclaimers and stuff like that. Now these I can use for rocks. You never know what I'll be building on my channel. I haven't started the camper yet, but I did do a vehicle project today. It's a trailer. It's not a camper. That's all I'm going to tell you. So I've already got 1 vehicle done for next year, technically. And so I've been kind of tinkering around with some stuff. And then these go on these slopes here. Oh, they sit inside the lip like that. Okay, let me get this camera down a little bit here. There we go. The reason being is because we can do that. That big plate goes in the back there. Takes care of that. And now step 81, we got to put some stuff in the middle. Okay. I just want to hurry up and get this one done and toss it in the parts bin. But there's a set that's coming in that I really want to get into. You know that when I get excited about a set coming in, it must be a really good, well, good for me anyways. For some maybe it might be boring, but really, we're gonna put a sticker on a gold tile? Lego, come on. I mean, really, we're gonna put that ugly thing on there? What a waste. Alright, we'll do it, because we have to. So it could just say marine. We already know it's a boat, so it's going to fit in the marina somewhere. Some of you either probably cringing or laughing at my commentary. So we need, what is that, sticker number 1? Well, at least we're over halfway done with the sticker sheet. I shouldn't be complaining too much. Yeah. I'm still getting the thank yous about all this sets that I've been filming, which is cool. I always appreciate it. And I could have used this in a tutorial that I was working on. Well, it's too late now. I've already filmed it. I'm not going to do a redo. I was trying to find something with a cross axle hole in the middle, and this one had it. Well, I never use that piece in tutorials. Maybe I should. It's got the tubes on the top. I could have done a lot more with that. And then this goes right in here. Okay. All right. And then now, we haven't done this side here yet. I think so we can see inside of what we're doing here. I don't need the white ones. I need the, I don't even know what I need. I'm not even paying attention. It's actually cool outside. We're in the 90s right now. Get done with this. We're gonna have barbecue steaks and fish for dinner tonight. The other night, though, I did do some filming. Oh, and yeah, today's the 16th, I think. The 15th or the 16th. What was it? Yeah, the 15th. I did do some filming the other night, and I said, hey, you let me get this done, I'll get us some soggy burgers. What'd they do? They didn't bother me, so I may have to start bribing with soggy burgers just so I don't get bothered filming. I think I found the cheat code for that. Okay. I mean, how often do you see blue bricks in a set? Okay, step 86 does this here, which is a mirror. It is a mirror. Okay. Not too bad. And then we got to make some weird piece here. Yeah, you'll need 3 of these in black, so just find those, hoard them up. I can't tell you what my tutorials are about due to competition, but I can drop hints. As long as it's my own work, Lego allows me to do that. Well, they should. It's my own work. Alright, so these go right here at an angle. I love rounded plates. You could do so much with those. That's like a dream part I wish I had when I was a kid. So what I do, I'd take my plates and file the corners off, which now would be considered illegal today. But, you know, ruined my own Lego to do some weird stuff. Now Lego makes all these weird pieces that we can just do this stuff with. Boy, black slopes. I don't really see those anymore, too. Goes right there. Well, we're getting somewhere. We're getting something done. Alright, that's black. Making sure here the clips go on the edge. Yeah, but at least I get to spend some time with you guys and gals today. It's always cool. Some of you even mentioned, Jay, it's like building with a friend, of course. And you don't have to worry. You don't have to do anything wrong here because it's Lego. We can take it apart. And we need 2 brown pieces. We're getting close. This might be a short installment because I'm processing videos that are literally over an hour long, and they're getting kind of annoying doing long, lengthy videos. So I've been trying to cut them down. Uh-oh, I see it. It's like we're missing a part, but no, it's hiding it over there behind the ship. Part of it. I'm hoping it's modular. See, a lot of the guys, they won't cover if a set's modular or not. They won't cover all this, which I think is sad. Because some people want to know, and this was a question asked a long time ago, can this set be split amongst my children? And you have to go back and look. I said, yes, it can. Now I kind of just tell you here. And that's what we have remaining there for bag 5. And yeah, we survived that part. I think we're going to kind of conclude with bag 6 here. And I want to thank everyone on my Patreon and my main channel for being contributors. It's always a big help. That funding goes for more time. It seems like I'm losing every day. In addition to that, thank you to everyone who checks out my Rebrickable profile, either suggesting building guides, downloading the free ones, or the paid ones. I got a little bit for everybody. And of course, if you like my demeanor on this channel, or you want me to bore you to death, you're in the right place, so feel free to subscribe, drop a comment, turn on notifications, all that stuff. I only upload 1 video a day. Rarely ever I will do 2, so don't worry about me spamming an inbox. I hate when people do that. You'll wake up and you're 10 or 15 videos from one person. It's just too much. So it's only 1 video a day. Sometimes I may miss days on doing things, that kind of thing. Yeah. And I only got 7 minutes on this card. So I gotta be careful. I may have to split it, which I don't like doing, but that's fine. I'll have to split it anyways. It looks like we're going to be doing some mirrors on the ship on the sides here. So let's just do that real quick. I gotta keep an eye on it. Try to keep an eye on these cards as much as I can. I'm packing things in really tight. Always bend your hinges. It makes it easier. Let me put this over here. You know, Lego, let's do the smallest parts first. That's always the cool thing to do. Got all the big pieces now. Yeah, this one here is just not fun. I'm not having fun with it. Garp. I knew a few people named Garth, but not Garp. And this goes right here. So it's going to further strengthen that up there. I mean, it's got a nice contour for us. This was planned out very well. And I'm going to mirror as I go. So step 96 focus is here, but I'm assuming these go on the other side too. So, unless we don't have enough. After I get done with this, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know if I want to finish this set up before I start another small set, or do I just dare? What? Oh, on top of the hinge. I don't know what I want to do yet. Haven't figured it all out. I could have a little intercession and film a small set, but my smallest sets are about 400 pieces now, so I'm closing that gap, and I keep a spreadsheet of the sets that I have. And this piece here really is kind of off. What happened there? Oh, well, I messed up there, didn't I? Whoopsie. Oh yeah, somebody in one of my other videos has complained that I make a lot of mistakes. And I'm like, listen, dude, seriously, these are just for entertainment. Watch the video all the way through. Because I had the video corrected in a later installment. Yeah, but how do you expect us to know that? I don't know, I had the disclaimers. Obviously, I was telling you that there may be mistakes. I'm trying to keep those disclaimers from being so long and lengthy, you know. I may have to put a text that scrolls at the bottom of the screen. But I don't want to put too many distractions in a video, because that gets kind of irritating. Well, we get a lot. I've seen a lot of these lately. Those are a nice piece to have. I just don't have enough of them. Or I don't have a use for them, really, anyways. Okay, step 97, we're doing more. So I'm just assuming that it's mirrored. Yeah, we're doing the most boring colors you can imagine right now. Remember Groot? That vomit brown? What is it? Sand yellow or vomit? Yeah, it's that's what this is here. And I'm looking for little slopes to put on there. And there's another one that goes on the other side. We're going to just do the whole thing here real fast. Yeah. Yeah. What am I going to do with this thing? Remember that shark ship? Remember that Fortnite loot crate that I got? That they sent me? I still have another copy of the shark ship in the box. It's like, ugh, what did you send me that for, you know? 2 of them? This is a step up from that shark ship. Okay, it looks like we're building some kind of a door or something there with a chain. Here's the chain. Is there just 1 or 2? Oh, there might be 2. Let me take a look here, because I only got 3 minutes left. We'll just burn it up here taking a look here. And then we're starting the other side. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, are they different? No, they're the same. Okay. All right. Let me cut it here, and then we'll start on that. Okay, now we're ready to move on to the side doors with the chains, the chain doors or something. Yeah, it took me a while to clean off some cards. I forgot I had some of the pinball machine on one. I thought, okay, I've already done that. Let's just get rid of that real quick. So I've been trying to get done with cleaning off cards. Unfortunately, my time is limited. Now I have 2 hours. Because the next card after this is full of a set that I just filmed. That right now I'm actively processing. I haven't even proofed it or anything yet. I'm still editing it. So I might be able to squeeze out maybe 2 more installments after this one. And that'll be it. I literally kid you not. So yeah, we got to put the shark's teeth in there. But I just have to finish that up. Maybe a day or 2. Well, if I get it done today, upload it tomorrow, by tomorrow night I'll have it ready to go. It means, well, tomorrow's Sunday. yeah, Monday. I'll have to probably do a filming maybe after work or something. So yeah, hopefully by then I'll have some more tutorials, as I got to build a few items that are on my list. If you ever get into, go to Bricklink, get the Studio app, and you can design your own stuff. Then you know what parts you need. Sometimes I'll build things out of real bricks first. Most time now I've just done stud. It's better than dragging out all the bins. And then I build it and make sure, and if I have to revise, I'll revise, you know. Some people are against using stud, but everything that you see built on like my Rebrickable page, it's all built with real bricks. You know, I build everything, I run through it. That's what I do. And yeah, okay. I'll put these here. Yeah, but some people can tell by the tone of my voice, I just don't sound too exciting about, like, I don't sound excited about this. No, no I don't. No I don't. You know, I get the questions, why don't you be more excited, and you need to have more of a bubbly personality. Oh guys, oh my goodness, I can't wait to build this one. This is so fun. I'm going to have so much fun putting this together. In the back of my mind, I'm like, oh God, I can't wait to vomit after I'm done with this. If you're looking for that kind of content, I am sorry. Oh, those line up in the back. Okay, so you must be dropping a panel or something on there. So I don't do bubbly, I don't do the fake bubbly thing like I... Yeah, I'll leave it up to your imagination, but... Now, Lego, come on now. You do have a brick like this. Although I think they're doing it because it will rotate. We'll see. I think that's where the chain gets attached. So you can pull this thing around like a little tugboat. I don't know. Yeah, so I might be able to squeeze out a couple of installments today. I'm not going to have enough room for another set build. So I think the best thing to do is to get this thing out of the way and just be done with it. Just literally just be like, okay, I'm done. Move on. I bet these are going to go on these slopes here. Now, this is the one I'm working for here. This is going to be its reflection. You don't have to do that. You know, it's like I always say, I don't tell you how to build your sets. That's up to you. You build what works for you. You do it your way. There was somebody on YouTube that was making... These videos kind of circulate. I'm going to show you how to be a professional Lego set builder. Is that a profession? Okay, I guess I'm in the wrong field then, you know, and I'm thinking, yeah... Alright, then you got to stick your chains on here. Okay. And I'm just going to do the other one while we're here. And it shows that it's done. Okay. But remember, this side here is going to go right here. So move that out of the way. Goes on these hinge plates, and we swing that in there with the chain like that. So what I'm gathering is this one goes here. No, don't swing in. I gotta go pull those back out. Now we can push it in. Okay. And then after that, oh, you know, there was a part that I missed in here. You gotta, I have never had these in tan. You stick those in, I guess, to really further fortify that up. I forgot to put those in there, that's my fault. Okay, so we're still back over here. What do they call these? Celery sticks, leeks. I learned that word leek, which is some kind of sweet thing they use in Japan. Because Miku carries one around with her at all times. Why, I don't know. Still learning things. Alright, and it's hot in here because I got all these lights, I got the computers going full blast, and it could get pretty toasty in here after a while. Oh, there's the other one. I'm just working in mirrors. Of course, we already looked ahead, so everything's pretty much the same here. All right. That one's still crooked. I don't want to make it worse than it already is. All right, because I only want to build this ugly thing one time. Okay. And then now we got to focus our attention making 2 more mirrors of something else. Yeah, 1x5 plates. You'll need a few of those in the whites for a few projects. You know, yeah. Once we're done reviewing a set and submitting paperwork, it's technically our sets. Okay. So like right now, this set is considered a loaner. It's not mine until I finish the job. That's how I look at it. You know, some people, where's my Lego set? You're supposed to send me Lego sets for review. First off, these are not mine. Not until I am done with my end of the bargain. I can use those for making houses. Hope there's more than just that in there. Got a couple of these. Jay, you're gawking over the parts. I know, right? So I get excited when I see parts that I don't really have a lot of. Sometimes you just can't find them on Pick-a-Brick, or you forget. I forget. Wait, we're not ready for that yet. Okay, hold on. It's almost jumping to conclusions here. All right, so this guy here goes... What? Oh, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong side. All right. This one goes like that. I'm looking at step 112 and I should have been focusing on 111. That looks right. Now we got to work on 112. Now we're going to have to build mirrors again. Hey, at least here I show you the tricks. You know, you don't have to do what I'm doing. But I show you the tricks on how to survive stuff like this. If you want to build it faster, you read ahead, build your mirrors, and that kind of thing. But if you don't know how to do it, or you just don't feel comfortable, I don't blame you. I do not. It could get very complicated. I've been doing this for so long, I kind of know where everything's at. Boy, it's so nice not to have wires down here anymore. I got all that cleaned up. And I gotta go check on a video. Okay, everything's good, so we're back to this miserable thing. More mirrors. Okay. These are nice pieces to have for rocks. You know, I get, you know, Jay, where do you get all these, like, your inspirations and stuff? It's stuff I see around the world, or things I see around me in my environment. And then stuff like this, I see pieces thinking, oh, that'd make good for rock facing and stuff. And that's where I come up with that. Okay, that goes there. That means that this one goes on the other side like that. Okay. We still got those goofy chains everywhere. Well, hopefully we can get those out of the way. I don't want those dangling around. That means that goes there. Boy, that's just kind of a crooked. This thing's kind of just all over the place here. We got to put that one here, but of course these don't. You got to straighten these out too. Okay. Somebody did comment on one of my other videos. What got me into anime? Like, what got you into really heavily watching it? The news. Basically, I'm tired of hearing about all the negative stuff going on in the world. So I'm just watching anime. What do we call it? Burying your head in the sand? Alright, so... Technic plates, these have been around for a long time. Yeah, but that's what got me into it, because I just got tired of it. So I decided just to watch something that was fantasy. And it does work. It does work. So getting tired of hearing about the negative stuff on the news, watch something that's got fantasy in it. Okay, so something is going to anchor in here, because see, this hole here lines up with this. So I think that's going to be for one of the masts on the ship. So you're really going to have to really muscle this down in there really good. So something's going to fit in there, but we're not ready for that yet. Okay. I think the reason why they left this side off here is so, you know, for the instructions. I'll show you here. If you're going to get this, that's why they left this side off here, so you can see inside there. Okay, so you just put your slopes in there. I mean, this is really seamed up. I mean, look how good that looks. I don't like this set at all, but I'll tell you, they really spent the time on it. Well, we obviously know it's going to be coal-powered. What happened? They didn't have like plutonium or something to throw in there. What is it? Uranium, plutonium? What is that? Plutonium that they use for Doc Brown's time machine. And here we go with the noisy cars again. What are you guys going to do when they start banning all that out here? That's what they're trying to push now. More stupid rules that we have to follow. And we need 3 of these. Yeah, this set comes with a lot of these. You know what I'll be robbing out of here when I'm done. Make a nice giant rock face, use some sig figs, and have them climb the face of the rock. You know, I don't think I have enough to make what I want, but... Okay. We're getting close. We're almost done here. Here we go. And okay, and then now we're focusing on this side here. Okay, so step 125 is focusing through here. We put those wall panels in there. I'm checking my work, and we work on the slopes here. We make the chain door. Looks just like the chain door on the other side. So we're done with that. Install the door. Put that piece back that's behind there. All this here. You put this in here. That's step 143. We're getting close. Step 144 is that. And now we can move on to step 145, which are these here. Now also when I do that, I take a risk. Am I going to mess this up? You know, I would not take that risk if I was a beginner. Almost forgot some tiles. I got a bunch of these gray ones. I mean, it's not a very exciting color, but I have it. We also got a telescope here we're going to be building. They need to make a Hatsune Miku Lego set. So I can have the Vocaloid model running around my city, if I ever get one. So this goes here. So we can look and spy on Miku that's trying to board the ship. I don't know. You know how I am. I gotta have fun with these. So I don't know what we're building here next. We'll find out eventually. Oh, I got a tutorial you're gonna need a bunch of these for. Hoard up your headlight bricks. You're gonna need a bunch. Jay, you're dropping hints. Yeah, but that tutorial won't be... The tutorial that needs a bunch of those won't be well into next year. We're talking probably about maybe 14, 15 months. So, yeah, I haven't even... I just filmed it today, so I got a long ways to go to release it to you guys and gals. You may see it sooner on the memberships, but right now it's just a filmed idea. I haven't even gotten to that point. Oh, so we get 2 of these. Okay, well, I could use those. But what do we got to use? We got to use the boring one first. There we go. These also work good for rocks too, using slopes. And then that goes on the front here. So this is like the thing to poke somebody when they're sleeping. So what you do is you take your battleship, hey, wake up, and that's it. And this is like the usual stuff. So I don't think I messed up in this installment here. Not that bad anyways. And yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, Summation of Thoughts. And yeah, the set really hasn't picked up an excitement. But I'm not going to lie to you though. The instructions are easy to follow. Nothing's fallen off. You just got to be very careful with it. Still got the chains dangling around here. I mean, what do you do with this for? Is this to hook up to the horse so the horse can pull it? We don't know yet. And yeah, so if you're looking into getting this set, it's not bad. It's... Do you hear it? The car horn goes off in almost every video, even in my tutorials. And it's not badly constructed. I'm sure if you're interested in this one-piece stuff, it's a good set to build. For me, the animation is enough. I don't need to have that. But until we meet again, tell me what you think of the ship so far. Is this something you're excited for? I bet some of you really wanting to build this. Just let me know. I mean, I may be missing something here, but this one here is just not cutting it for me.